question. Tell me what you think about me. I buy my own diamonds and I buy my
and
own.
welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you're all here. Welcome to a new pick a card video. So basically I've been having a lot of dreams recently, and for me personally, I feel like my dreams, or dreams in general, are really connected to our subconscious. So why not do a reading on what our subconscious mind is trying to tell us? So if you guys are having any weird things happen, any dreams, or you just want to tap into your subconscious mind, then yeah, stay tuned. So I want you guys just to choose one of the three options that you feel most drawn to, and use the timestamps on the screen or down below and head straight to your reading. Before we begin, please do remember this is a general reading, so only take what resonates and leave the rest behind, because you are not the ugly stepsister. Please do not force that shoe onto your foot. Okay, hey, option number one, those of you who chose Stillness here, welcome to your reading. I just want to say as well, every single pile has had like crazy color synchronicities when it comes to their oracle cards, for one. Like yours is very heavily blue, has a lot of blue in it, which blue makes me think of the throat chakra for one. So that could be something that you guys are working on, or maybe there's a lot of issues coming up where you're needing to speak up for yourself, or you're needing to just express yourself verbally in some kind of way. And blue also represents like calmness, water. So you guys could have like major water placements in your natal chart. You could be water signs, so that's Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Or yeah, just maybe you're needing some of that calmness and serenity that blue brings with it. I'm really heavily looking at your Stillness card right now, and how it kind of gives me that feeling of almost peace and serenity with it. I also got the message Ice Queen, because she looks a bit like an ice queen right now. So maybe you guys have either been called ice queen recently, um, or this is just something like a kind of attitude that you've been in. Maybe your heart needs to soften a little bit, especially as I'm looking at your other oracle cards here, which will show you guys after we've got into your tarot cards. So anyway, let me stop going off track and let's get into these tarot cards today. So straight away, new beginning is coming in for you guys. That is the message, or the major message, that your subconscious has for you. Everything that you have been dreaming about, wishing for, hoping for is coming in for you. You guys have the Fool card, then you have the Magician here. It's like, wow, I'm stunned by your spread right now. And then the Star card here as well, and the Page of Wands, with this phoenix rising in this depiction of this card specifically. I'm really looking at the stars here. Funny enough, all of these, because I'm using the vice versa tarot, and there's two sides to the card, right? So it's funny enough that every single card that's come out here for you guys has all been like kind of a nighttime view of the card. So I don't know what this message necessarily means, but I just feel heavily there's a message about like stars or the nighttime, but mostly it's just stars are standing out to me for some reason. So I'm just going to throw out some guesses, and maybe you guys have gone stargazing recently. Maybe you're naturally very interested in the stars, particularly if you're interested in like astrology or something like that. I could definitely see that being relevant for you guys. Also, looking at your own kind of natal chart as well might be really important for you guys to kind of delve into that and kind of decipher that by yourself in some kind of way. So it definitely feels like you guys are going on some kind of journey. Like there's a movement here. Maybe it's not in full force yet, especially because you've got the Fool card here, which is a 0. So you're right at the beginning of this. Like when I'm looking at the Fool card, and then I'm looking at your Page of Wands, I just see someone taking a step forward. So again, it's like you're not running, you're not like in full swing yet, but there is movement here. There is a movement of forwardness or a feeling of things progressing. Also, flowers being important here. And I'm hearing maybe that is just about nature for you guys, connecting more with nature, maybe. Um, there's a lot of symbolism. So you guys have a very like spiritual energy. Like there's not a lot of just direct messages coming to me. It's just like I'm picking up on all of this symbolism. So as I'm saying things, I want you guys to maybe research specific things, like for example, colors, symbolisms of like stars, flowers, or nature being specific here. Because spirit as well isn't directly telling you like this, and that, directly telling you what you need to know, which is annoying. I know, I've been there. But it's very symbolic in the way that they're trying to get through to you. And that's because you are very connected anyway. So I feel like they think that you'll be able to figure it out, you know? Like you don't need it just straight. Again, also the idea of like mountains or a desert being important here. Yeah, desert specifically coming through here strongly. Are you guys going somewhere that is very deserted? Do you feel very deserted even actually? Because as I'm looking at these stars, I keep seeing or I keep feeling like the message of someone's watching over you. Like people are there to support you. It might be in the spiritual realm opposed to the earthly realm. So you might not be able to see these people. You might not be able to, but it's like you can feel them. It's more of a knowing that they're there, especially because every single image on this card is someone by themselves. Oh, also birds being specific for you guys. Strong symbolism. And again, cups, so water and emotions being very important here. Sorry, I know I am just talking about symbolism. I'm just trying to figure it out myself because there's a lot of overlapping messages in these cards, but I'm not getting like a 100% like direct message right now, but I will pull some clarifiers in a moment. Something that relates to almost like family or like ancestry, that type of thing being really significant for you guys as well coming up here. So maybe you've been trying to connect to your ancestors more, or you've been feeling called to look into your ancestry in some kind of way. So your subconscious knows that there's something big coming for you and nothing to be afraid of either. It's like your intuition knows this as well. If you're on this reading and you're feeling like, no, this does not relate to me at all, it's probably not for you because I feel like intuitively you kind of know that this is coming in for you, like something good is coming. Something like, I hear the word prosperity. So the feeling of like just having it all almost, being able to enjoy yourself, being able to let go, and really follow your passions as well if that's something that you've been thinking about doing or wanting to do. There's a lot of passionate and Mars energy here. You could have Mars in a water sign as well, because the Page of Wands is being clarified by the Moon card here. So this card says, some days you wake up frozen, stuck, and unable to move due to the effects of emotional denial and resistance to what is in front of you. Or maybe you are exhausted, spent from the emotional burden of your current situation. The winter goddess Yuki Onna has come to help you move out of and past this experience into a healthier state of stillness. When you are frozen, it's the ego that is refusing to accept life on life's terms, potentially causing you fear and depression. A particular situation or person may be causing you to see yourself as a victim. The goddess Yuki Onna reminds you that this is but a temporary moment in the millions of moments of your life. The task she has for you is to answer one question. Will you trust the great goddess in the universe to be your active partner in co-creating? If so, slow down and let all your troubles go, and you will see the miracles life has to offer you. Yeah, so when I'm talking about that feeling of like peace and serenity with all this blue here, even the way I'm like talking right now, usually I do not talk this slow and softly, I feel like. But I find whenever I'm feeling a particular energy really strongly, it does translate into like every part of my being, like the way I talk, the way I feel. So for you guys, there is a kind of like a softness and a peace that is both coming to you. And yeah, this feels almost like a reassurance message. It's not even like there's a message like, hey, look out for this, or you need to do this, or anything like that. It's just like a message of reassurance, really, that everything's going to be okay, that the path you're moving on is exactly where you need to be, you know? You even have this yeehaw card. And it says, when it comes to choosing who will be in your life, I recommend valuing their yeehaw quality above all others. Have it your way. Special orders don't upset us, the universe. So even there, where it's like anything that you wished for, anything that you desire is yours. It's not like you're being punished if it's not here right now. If it doesn't seem externally like it's yours to have, doesn't necessarily mean it's true. A lot of you guys might have Pisces placements, and the thing with Pisces is they're able to look beyond their current reality. Yes, sometimes it can be a little delusional, but in fact, that delusion can help them regress through all the challenges and difficulties that they're having because they can see that beyond this moment, better things will come. This is just, like it said for the Yoki Owner card, Stillness, that this is just a second in the millions of seconds that you will have in your life, or the month in the many hundreds of months that you will have in your life, or the year that you will have in the many years that you will have in your life, you know? Like, this isn't forever. Nothing is forever. And it's kind of a good thing because it means the bad won't last, you know? So you guys also do have the soulmate card here in reverse. And again, that makes me think of this loneliness that you may be feeling. That blue color really coming through here again as well. There may be someone in your life who you consider to be your peace. Or maybe that's just something that you want for yourself or you want in a partner even. So, an important relationship brings you to your knees. This is a kind of soulmate who comes with a powerful gift. Your patterns and all your old stories that don't serve your well being enter into this dynamic so you can heal them. This person is called to a sacred task to help you learn, even if it seems uncomfortable, sticky, or even inconceivable. The question is not why did he or she do this to me, but rather what is the gift in this? Look into this mirror. You will only be changed for the better. I feel like even beyond that being a message about a relationship or another person, Even looking at the universe as your co creator, as your partner in this life, and thinking, like, why is the universe doing this to me? Why am I being punished for this? Why do I have to go through this? And I guess thinking of it differently, changing the narrative to something more like, well, first of all, why not me? Why should it be someone else? And secondly, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? What is this showing me about myself in a positive way? Is it showing me how determined I am? Is it showing me how loved I am? How much love I can hold for myself and others? Is it showing me how much courage I am? That I can keep going despite this adversity? Here we have sometimes the good is hidden. Find the good in what they say or asked. It's always there, even if they didn't mean for it to be. Clues for what you want are hidden all around you. So even that is like, yeah, Spirit sends you a lot of like, not subliminals, but I guess a lot of little things that maybe you don't always pick up on. But I think even an idea would be like to discuss with your spiritual team, like the type of things that you would, in what way you would like them to communicate with you. So, for example, if you like looking at nature and you like looking at birds, and as I'm saying that, I literally look outside and there's a bird perched on my fence, which is funny. So, there you go. If you like doing those things, and that's something that you will notice, you notice angel numbers, for example, then speak to them about that, and they will start to communicate to you in that way to help you, like just reassure you that they're there, you know, that type of thing. So, yeah, I feel like that is just this. I know it felt like such a simple message, but that is the message that your subconscious has for you, really. It's to slow down, everything's going to be okay. I feel like that's enough, really. That might be exactly what you needed to hear to get through this next challenge that you're in and to step into the new phase that you're coming into. So, yeah, new beginnings, exciting things, things you want coming towards you. And sometimes they don't look exactly how we might have wanted them to look, but usually they turn out better than we thought they would ever be. So, guys, if you like this reading, please give it a thumbs up if it resonated. Let me know by commenting down below. If you are new here, I post mostly spiritual and lifestyle content, and you can subscribe down below if you're interested. And I will see you all in my next one. Bye. Okay, hey there, option number 2. Those of you who chose the compassion card here, welcome to your reading. Right. So I feel like you guys have been going through a difficult time at the moment. Maybe a lot of stress. Maybe there's a lot going on at work in particular, or work or finances could be on your mind heavily. Or there's just slow progress on something. You have the Chariot card reversed, and the Knight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles, and Two of Swords. So basically, a lot of cards that just point to things progressing slowly for you guys. Things not, or you feeling like things are not really moving, and also feeling unstable in your current conditions. Again, that could be financial conditions, um, or just like your home life. The thing with pentacles is that, yeah, they can move slowly, but once it's solidified, it's solidified, you know? Like it's worth building the foundation to get to that point of real stability. I think it's been a challenge for you guys to not overthink the process, not feel like because it feels like it's not taking, sorry, not not to give in to almost negative thoughts or egotistical thoughts because it feels like it's taking a long time or it feels like things are not really moving forwards for you. And by egotistical thoughts, I mean, like, the difference between what your ego wants for your life and what you actually need. So, deciphering those between those two will really help you as you go through this challenge that you might be having. Yeah, you have the Seven of Swords here, and I feel like there's a need to think strategically or practice strategy in your approach to this current situation that you're in. Again, get out of your head in some way because your head is presenting all these limiting beliefs that in actuality is not there. Like, there are actually no limitations. And that's what's making things feel worse. That's what making things feel more pressured. And if anything, will start making you, again, make decisions from that ego base opposed from a more higher self approach, which in the long run, that ego is not going to benefit you. I feel like keep working on what you love. And remember that things take time. I'm seeing like the moon here. So cycles are really presenting itself here in your life. Like this is just a cycle. The same way the moon goes from new moon to full moon every single month. I think it's every month anyway. Is the same way like this situation. It's not very clear, but the situation that is kind of causing you anxiety or making you confused is a cycle. It will be completed. So, one of the things I see for this compassion card is about having compassion for yourself as you go through this, being kind to yourself, speaking kindly to yourself in particular. And I'm also being taken to this no place like home card, which in the position that it came out for you guys, talks about not being too eager to find home. So, not being too eager to find that safety net because what feels familiar is actually what's going to hold you back. So, again, usually our ego is what feels familiar, it's our safety net. And yes, it can be important, but we need to know the difference between the two so that we know whether to listen to it or not, really. Sometimes our ego's desires is just our almost a quick fix. And for you guys right now, it's important that you can step into this uncomfortability. And I think it also will help you see things differently, as in, like, help you challenge yourself and notice how much of a strategist you can be. Here you have earlier disappointments were just rehearsal for the great stuff coming your way. Never regret love, no matter how blind it improved your vision, no matter how foolish it made you wiser, and no matter how generous it made you more. So, again, with this card, it's like, yeah, okay, maybe some things haven't been working out for you guys. Maybe there were some disappointments, some hardships that you've been facing recently, or even for a while now, what feels like a while now. It's practice for, again, shifting your mindset in a positive way, showing you how this is a bit similar to option one, but showing you guys how strong you can be, showing you how well you can overcome challenges. Because you might not have known this about yourself if you didn't go through this, if you didn't experience this. So, actually, as much as it may not feel like it right now, it is going to be for your benefit in the long run. You guys also have dwell on what you love. Asking someone to change is like pruning a tree. Neither will be the same again. It is scarier still is that you can't quite know in what new directions they'll grow. So asking your circumstances to change, you're very valid to that. I don't want to take that away from you at all. But why don't you instead focus on a more gratuitous, I don't even know if that's the right word, but a more positive approach of thinking about what you're grateful for that exists in your life right now, dwelling on that, which is basically dwelling on what you love at the moment, so that better things can continue to come to you, so that the universe and spirit and whatever you believe in knows that, okay, yeah, they still, through all of this, they are still focused on the good, which means when we eventually give them the real good stuff, like the good of the good, the best of the best, they are going to really appreciate it. I think it's just to kind of show you more so what you can do, like the beast that you are in the most positive way, like the boss that you are, because you've dealt with this, you've come through it, you come through the other side. And the feeling of knowing that about yourself and being like, yeah, do you know what? If I can get through that, I can literally get through anything. The feeling of knowing that is so empowering. And I think that's what this is about. So let me just read this compassion message. It says, are you feeling overwhelmed by all the suffering in the world and you can't imagine how you could make a difference? Do you feel hopeless over how we treat nature and each other? The goddess Kunin, knows that this is an important time of reckoning and reordering, but wants you to be careful not to fall into a pit of despair. If you allow the media to fill your mind with the constant barrage of what's going wrong in the world, you will become numb and unable to move. The good news is in your alignment task. First, focus your mind locally. Your choice is not to save the whole world, but to bring your attention to where you can help. Even the smallest step towards a greater compassion is huge. Educate yourself about cultural issues and be better and more conscious and sensitive about your choices. Lend a helping hand to someone in need. Volunteer your time and choose one act of random kindness daily to help alleviate suffering. Do what you can and make that count. So, for some of you guys, this could just be a feeling of, connecting to or feeling disempowered by the current circumstances of life. It could be bigger than your own circumstances, which are helping you feel powerless. I mean, the Devil card is here in reverse, which can kind of show that feeling of disempowerment because of the lack of change and movement. You could also feel a lack of direction in your life as well. Like you're not quite sure which way to go, where you should put your energy, where you should focus, because there's so many things that you want to accomplish. There's so much responsibility that you feel you have on yourself. It's like there's so much work to be done. So, yeah, again, just overcoming this by giving yourself grace, nurturing yourself first, pouring into your own cup before you go and pour into others. And when yours runs dry, making sure that you are taking the time again to refill your own cup so that you can go out and refill others in the way that you want to and be the best version of yourself out in the world. Okay, guys, that is everything that I have for you. If it resonated, please leave a comment down below. Let me know. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are new here and want to see more from me, I post mostly spiritual and lifestyle content, and you can subscribe down below. And I will see you all in my next one. Bye. Okay, hey there, option number 3. Those of you who chose the secrets card here, welcome to your reading. Okay, so straight away I hear the song from, is it from Frozen, maybe? Oh no, maybe, I can't think of where it's from, to be honest. It might be Princess and the Frog, but it's the When Will My Life Begin song. I'll link it down below. But that's just all I keep hearing. When will my life begin? I can't be bothered to sing, so that's what we get. Okay, there's a lot of Pisces energy here, so there could be a lot of confusion surrounding you in your life right now. And I feel like a lot of the piles had similar messages, so it might be a bit difficult for you to choose a pile. And also, before I forget, because I forgot to say this in option number 2, but there's a lot of color synchronicities in each of these piles. For you guys, the colors are very heavily like purples. So your third eye chakra crown could be heavily like heavily I don't know the word. Active right now, I guess is the word. Active. So cycles, something cyclical, because you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is a circle. You have the Moon card, which is a circle. You have all these pentacles, which is a circle. And well, in the Seven of Cups, all the cups are arranged in a circle. And you also have a wild card, which again is a circle or an oval in this card. So something cyclical is happening here. Something about cycles is coming up for you guys through your subconscious. So I feel like there's something to overcome here, or there's something that you are overcoming even, or have overcome. Maybe for some of you guys actually. I feel like there's something that you've uncovered about yourself or your being that now you can go out and help others, or help others see the same thing, something like that. Or it's something that is like useful enough for you guys to either monetize it, or yeah, just help in some kind of way. And it may be a little bit confusing of way of sorry, it might be a little bit confusing of how you can do that. Here, I've been taken to the card that is your treasure is at hand. So everything you need right now, you already have basically. Again, it could be knowledge that you've gained through a pattern or a cycle that is really going to help you. So stop looking elsewhere is one of the messages. And it doesn't even have to mean like stop looking to other people elsewhere, like the grass is always greener, but more so elsewhere, like else can I know? What else do I need to uncover here? How else can I grow? It's like, okay, you've done what you can for now, and what you've done up to this point is going to be really helpful for you. There's nothing more that you need to do at this moment in time, at this stage, because you've completed something. You know, the only way I can say it is like you're whole. Like the wild card is that end of a cycle. It's like having it all. So whatever you've gained through these challenges, you now have it all. Here with even the Wheel of Fortune card that you have, this is the vice versa tarot, so there's two sides to each card. But with the side this Wheel of Fortune card is on, this is a guy who has, I completely forgot what words are now, but he has, oh my gosh, why can't I say think of the actual word that I'm trying to think of? Conquered the wheel. He's conquered the challenges. Sorry guys, I literally my mind has gone blank as I'm trying to like describe this Wheel of Fortune card here. That is weird. I feel like that's almost a sign of like, hey, don't say too much. Like, I can't, it's not for me to even tell you guys what you have learned because you should already know this. It's already within you. Like, you are skilled enough, you are knowledgeable enough, you are you are wise enough to know what this is. Period. Okay. Here, even with it, enjoy your extraordinary uniqueness. Like, your uniqueness is that you have come to this immense level of wisdom and knowing. Do you know what you've created? No, besides an intergalactical known sorcerer named after you. Inspiration in the eyes that have watched you, hope in the minds that have admired you, and love in the hearts that have known you. And you might ease up on your sachet before someone gets hurt. Then it says, not bad, kiddo, not bad at all, the universe. So again, it's like now you have the ability to inspire others because of what you've learned, because of how you've grown. Even with this moon guard here, in the way that it's come out, it's like a question of will you sip from the cup of knowledge or will you take this gleaming egg and start again? It's like a red pill, blue pill situation. It's like now you know the truth. Will you choose to almost go back into hiding or will you share this truth with others? Some of you guys could even be thinking about getting into like religious teaching in some way, something like that, or just like being a spiritual speaker or tapping into it that way. I don't know, something like that. I can't really see specifics on any of these paths, to be honest. Subconscious is a weird place to be. So we also have here keep it simple. It says old souls use words very sparingly, except of course for I love, thank you, wow, now, and cool. Wow, I love you now, the universe, which sounds much better than wow, now I love you. Sequence is important. I never like this card because I'm like, I don't see how wow, I love you now and wow, now I love you is any different from each other. I think they both sound a bit rude, but anyway. Anyway, I think it's just important here where it says sequence is important. So it's like everything that you've gone through, the step by step of it all has been worth it, has given something of value. Like nothing here has gone to waste. Even here with the wild card being at the end of the or completing the major arcana in the tarot, it's like every single arcana card before that is an important step in the fool's journey. And with mastery of each step, this person becomes whole, this person becomes has the world, you know you know So let's look into the secrets card a little bit more. So this one says the goddess of night, mystery, and secrets, Nyx, asks you to ask yourself a deep question about denial. What secrets you keep from yourself? Could you be remaining in a relationship that isn't working for you because you won't address the fear of what will happen if you leave or do things differently? Have you been afraid to ask for what you need? Are you in an addictive spiral, thinking one more bite of food or one more glass of wine will make you feel better? Whatever it is that you're refusing to face, the goddess Nyx promises if you do, you will be amazed at the beauty of your liberation and power. She offers you this alignment task for you to engage in rigorous honesty and self evaluation, coupled with a fierce self love and commitment to growth. Be optimistic because the moment you are willing to name your unease, you claim your inner peace, strength, and hope. You can do it all. Why did I say you can do it all? Actually meant to say you can do it. Maybe you can do it all. Um, yeah. I feel like your subconscious, again, I feel like I shouldn't be explaining this to you, which sounds so rude. I'm sorry. Whatever challenge you've been presented with right now, you are more than capable of overcoming. That's the message that your subconscious has for you. That is the message. So with the TikTok card here as well being one of you just you can't really rush this process. Everything that you need to do will get done. Everything you need to learn, like you'll learn it when you're in the appropriate time. You know these days where something just clicks, something that happened like ages ago and you're like, ah, it all makes sense now. Everything that I was stressing over then, I can finally see it clearly. Why could I not see it back then? But you had to go through it to understand it or to see it. Um, so yeah, going through this moment of confusion, if you are in it, it's going to be purposeful because at some point you're gonna completely understand it all. And that aha moment you're gonna be very, very grateful for. And it's gonna be even more powerful as it comes at the right time. So guys, I think that was probably a kind of a short reading. So yes, but I just like to give the information as I see it, no more, no less. So yeah, if you enjoyed this reading and it resonated with you, please give us a little comment down below and a thumbs up. If you are new here and want to see more from me, I post mostly spiritual and lifestyle content, and you can subscribe down below. And I will see you all in my next one. Bye.